Today we have a proclamation. Whereas the language, reasoning, and analytical processes of mathematics form the foundations of science, art, engineering and technology, and many types of businesses. And whereas mathematical comprehension is essential for citizens to function effectively in society, since math and statistics are used to address real-world problems such as internet security, sustainability, disease, climate change, and more. And whereas in order to meet these needs, our dedicated teachers, administrators, and schools within the San Marcos Consolidated Independent School District provide a mathematical foundation for tomorrow's citizens and leaders. And whereas the Department of Mathematics at Texas State University offers outstanding leadership in mathematics education and contributes to mathematics and statistics research. And whereas Texas MathWorks, a comprehensive, nationally recognized center for research, innovation, and excellence in mathematics education, continues its efforts to raise the level of mathematics for all students by fostering collaborations between the San Marcos School District and Texas State University with summer math camps. And whereas this year's Math and Statistics Awareness Month marks a time to increase the understanding and appreciation of mathematics and statistics. Now, therefore, I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of April of 2025 as Mathematics and Statistics Awareness Month, and do hereby call upon all persons of the city of San Marcos to participate and support this concept. Thank you for being here. Now, you younger folks may not know I'm a math major with a Bachelor of Science in Education. So this is really important to me, as all proclamations are, but this one's a little more personal. So anyway, thank you for what you do, and I'm going to hand this to you.
Well, maybe I should let our chairperson speak first, and then I'll talk.
I'll just say briefly, thank you very much. We very much appreciate the support from the City of San Marcos and from you as mayor. We obviously love mathematics, and sharing that love is a wonderful chance during this month with students, faculty, San Marcos ISD, MathWorks, and more. Thank you.
Well, first I want to thank everyone for being here. These are students and faculty at Texas State. And particularly I want to thank the school district, San Marcos CISD, that partners with us in having a junior summer math camp. This year it will be at Miller, and this will be our 20th year doing that. And we're delighted to have them and their teachers attend. And so also I want to thank Jane, because we've been doing this for many years, and people may not know this. We, for many years, sent a team to the Primary Math World Contest, and the city also supported this. It was called the San Marcos team. So what a delight to be here and to thank the city, the school district, and our department, and the university. So we're delighted to be here, and thank you so much.
Somebody's got your phone? Yes. Taking pictures, okay. All right. Whereas 6.3 million Texans have experienced some form of sexual assault in their lifetime, and whereas 2 in 5 women and 1 in 5 men in Texas have been sexually assaulted in their lifetime, and this affects all races, ages, genders, and economic situations. And whereas the Hayes Caldwell Women's Center provided direct services to 667 adult victims of sexual assault in Hayes and Caldwell counties last year. And whereas the City of San Marcos is intolerant of sexual violence in any form and recognizes that education and awareness may prevent sexual assault, and whereas efforts to reduce sexual assault can only be successful through citizen involvement and the safety of the citizens of San Marcos depends on our actions to end sexual assault. Now, therefore, I, Jane Houston, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month, and do hereby call upon all persons in the city of San Marcos to recognize the importance of awareness of this crime and what the awareness does to help in prevention of sexual assault. Thank you for what you do. The numbers are frightening, but I'm glad that y'all are there to help folks, and all we can do to prevent is even better.
Sure. I want to thank the mayor and city for always being so supportive of HCWC and our work. Sexual assault particularly is an area that folks don't talk about. Unfortunately, it is a very much needed service. In fact, just today, we had 2 hospital calls back to back and have had to dispatch advocates to be there for survivors. Though I'm grateful that we have a great program, it is still a very pervasive issue that I encourage everyone to learn more about. Anyone can get involved in sexual assault prevention. Lots of content on our stopthehurt.org website. So please reach out. This is not just something that happens to women, not just college students. Anyone can be a victim of sexual assault. So thank you for that support.
If y'all stay there for just 1 minute, I'm right behind you. Thank you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Looks good, thank you.
Now everybody else.
Yes.
Y'all here for that? Those are all the same?
Oh, they're all the same.
Yes. And then this is the one for child abuse.
Okay, gotcha.
And we've got 3 more of that one too.
Oh. Lots of proclamations to cover. Oh, the new child abuse. So they're, Do we have others who are here for this? One person was there.
Yeah, I'll go, okay, so I tried to, but now I have a higher salary.
Oh, see this.
We should have had you come up for sexual assault too. Okay. A proclamation. Whereas more than 34,994 cases of child abuse and neglect were confirmed in Texas in 2024, resulting in 9,754 children in foster care in Texas and the death of 99 children in 2024. And whereas there were 283 children confirmed to be victims of abuse in Hayes County last year. And whereas child abuse prevention is a community responsibility and finding solutions depends on involvement among all people. Through the perseverance of our many community organizations working daily to end child abuse, children were continually served throughout the pandemic and continue to be served. Whereas locally, representatives from the Hays County Child Protective Board, Hays County District Attorney's Office, Hays Caldwell Women's Center and Roxanne's House, Greater San Marcos Youth Council, Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, court-appointed special advocates, CASA, San Marcos, Kyle, and Buda Police Departments, Hays County Sheriff's Office, Bluebirds Hope, and Christus Santa Rosa, San Marcos have joined forces to provide preventative and supportive services to child victims and their families. And whereas every child in San Marcos deserves to be safe, nurtured, and supported in caring relationships. Now, therefore, I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month, and do hereby call upon all persons of the city of San Marcos to work together to raise awareness and prevent child abuse in our community and beyond. Thank you for what you're each doing in this to assist those who have been in the prevention for the future. So thank you so very much. Takes a village, doesn't it? All right.
Oh, I already spoke. Does anyone want to say anyone? There we go.
Hi, I'm Danielle Feldman. I'm the grants manager at CASA of Central Texas. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates, and our organization provides high quality, best interest advocacy for children, youth, and the child welfare system. 160 children in Hays County were confirmed victims of abuse and neglect in state care in 2024. CASA was able to serve 92% of those children, but our goal is always to serve 100%. Thank you to the City of San Marcos for helping raise awareness for this cause and for your support. Every child has a chance. It's you.
So I'm with Greater San Marcos Youth Council, and of course I want to extend a thank you to you, Mayor Houston, to the City of San Marcos for this incredible proclamation. So child abuse prevention is at the core of our agency as well as everybody else here. And it is an incredibly tough topic to talk about, but it is important. And so with Child Abuse Prevention Month, this month, we want to take time to highlight the way that the community can come together to help prevent child abuse year-round, but it's always important to highlight the importance, and this month is perfect for it. So once again, thank you.
I'll just say thank you again to all that you do as staff, and also thanks to all the volunteers, because I think that the volunteers provide a huge extension of the services, so we thank all of the volunteers also.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Looks good. I hope. It's a big group. Hopefully nobody will.
No, this is your council. Yeah, my victims are up.
All right, a proclamation. Whereas the term victim describes a person, take two. Proclamation. Whereas the term victim describes a person who has been subjected to a crime, it also serves as a status that provides certain rights and protections under the law, including the right to meaningfully participate and use their voice in the criminal justice process. And whereas the rights of crime victims are best protected when all participants in the criminal justice process, not only victims, are appropriately educated about victims' rights. And whereas advocacy by and for victims of crime is itself a form of seeking justice, no less than that justice sought in the courts to support victims of crime and honor their reality, allowing them autonomy and empowerment through achieving self-defined goals. And whereas the National Crime Victims' Rights Week, NCVRW, provides an opportunity to recommit, ensuring that accessible, appropriate, and trauma-informed services are offered to all victims of crime. And whereas through National Crime Victims' Rights Week, we honor crime victims and survivors, recognize the professionals and volunteers who provide critical services to victims of crime, and raise awareness about crime victims' rights and services. And whereas the theme this year of kinship is a call to action and to recognize that shared humanity should be at the center of supporting all survivors and victims of crime. Kinship is a state of being with survivors that drives vital connections and increases access to services, rights, and healing. Kinship is where victim advocacy begins. And whereas we ask you to join the National Office for Victims of Crime during National Crime Victims' Rights Week of 2025, as we commit to creating safe environments for crime victims to share what happened to them. By doing so, we can offer support, options for life-saving services, and most importantly, hope. And whereas the San Marcos Police Department is determined to respond to crime and violence in its community by helping victims find not only support, recovery, and justice, but also a sense of hope for their future through the work of its Victims Services Unit. And whereas the San Marcos Police Department's Victim Services Unit is dedicated to strengthening victims and survivors in the aftermath of crime, building resilience in our communities while bringing hope and healing to all victims and survivors. Now therefore, I, Jane Houston, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the week of April 6th through 12th as National Crime Victims' Rights Week, and do hereby call upon the citizens of San Marcos to understand the theme kinship, which emphasizes safe environments, support, and hope. The goal is to reaffirm the city's commitment to support the work of these victim services advocates who are committed to improving our collective response to all victims of crime so they may find relevant assistance, support, justice, and peace. Thank you for what you do. Thanks to the staff, thanks to the volunteers, and that's what makes a huge difference in extending our services. So thank you all.
Just real quickly, I want to say thank you guys for your support in allowing us to do this important work and be there for the victims of crime so that we can maybe make this process a little bit easier for them and help them navigate the criminal justice system. Thank you.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. And do one that doesn't blind y'all. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. That looks good. Thank you.
Thank you. Fair housing. A proclamation. Whereas fairness is the foundation of our way of life and reflects the best of our traditional American values. And whereas April 11th of 2025 marks the 56th anniversary of the passage of the U.S. Fair Housing Law, Title VIII of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, which establishes a national policy of fair housing without regard to race, color, creed, national origin, sex, familial status, and handicap, and encourages fair housing opportunities for all citizens. And whereas the City of San Marcos is committed to addressing discrimination in our community, to support programs that will educate the public, and to plan partnership efforts with other organizations to help assure every American of their right to fair housing. And whereas the Fair Housing Act covers virtually all housing in the United States, private homes, apartment buildings, and condominium developments, and nearly all housing transactions, including the rental and sale of housing and the provision of mortgage loans. And whereas the anniversary of the Fair Housing Act provides an opportunity to remind all Americans that we must continue to work together to uphold the Fair Housing Act and the principle of equal opportunity on which it is based. Now therefore I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Fair Housing Month, and do hereby call upon the people of San Marcos to recognize and support fair housing in our community. Thank you for what you do, and we thank all of those in the housing, real estate, etc., who work to abide by the Fair Housing Act.
We'd like to thank the city and the mayor for its continued support of fair housing, and we are dedicated to continue working with community organizations that promote fair housing and educate our citizens and residents of fair housing rights. Thank you.
I really appreciate that y'all lined up very balanced. Y'all are making this very easy. 1, 2, 3. It's like they planned it. It's like y'all knew. Look at I know. This is not your first rodeo. Safe digging. Safe digging.
So you've seen how to do that. All right. A proclamation. Whereas thousands of times each year, the underground infrastructure in Texas is damaged by those who do not have the underground lines located prior to digging, resulting in service interruption, environmental damage, and threat to public safety. And whereas in 2005, the Federal Communications Commission designated 811 to provide excavators and homeowners with a simple number to contact utility operators to request the location of underground lines at the intended dig site. And whereas Texas 811, a nonprofit organization, is dedicated to the prevention of damage to underground utilities in all 254 counties of the state and promotes the national 811 notification system in an effort to reduce these damages. And whereas damage prevention is a shared responsibility, by using safe digging practices, the excavators and homeowners of the city of San Marcos can save time and money and help keep our infrastructure safe and connected. Now, therefore, I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as San Marcos Safe Digging Month, and do hereby call upon all excavators of the city of San Marcos and throughout the county to always call or contact Texas 811 before digging. As they say, safe digging is no accident.
Thank you, Mayor Houston. I appreciate this opportunity to be here today. And as it says here, it's easy to call 811 or reach out to 811. It's a free service. You just request a locate ticket. Those locators go out and mark those underground utilities, and you know where they are before you start digging. And it's important to remember that even homeowners, plumbers, electricians, contractors, landscapers, everyone has to call 811 and get that locate ticket, because we know underground utilities can be very shallow and you can hit them with any type of equipment, hand tools, soft digging, shovels, not just big, large excavation equipment. So it's easy to call 811, it's free service, and we always encourage everyone to be safe and call before you dig. Thank you.
And if it's a water line, we're going to save the water.